What makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine? Even if you call me up.
But I'm gonna also tell you something else. You know who said something really interesting that I thought was really, really, really interesting? Let me pull this up. Let's go over to. Yes, guys, I'm a simp. I be watching Vera Dark sometimes, especially when I think I'm behind on the news. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead and judge me, nigga. Go ahead. God, simp. You simp. God damn it. You simping. Let's go to Asmongold's page. And I don't remember. I'm gonna have to search this video, but which it was. I know what video it was. I don't remember at what point. Where is it? Here we go. Here's the video. Okay.
And that way, maybe the people that are actually... It lets people who could never make a game, And on the flip side, it also lets people who should never make a game.
You're making the most feel.
I need to think that game dev could be... Well, the problem is, like, the games are over-designed. And I think, like, are you really making your money back whenever you make a game like this?
Oh.
And why it's happening? It's also happening because gamers won't pay more money for games. I think that people don't feel like they're getting the same, but they're priced as if they close down. And unfortunately right now, but... Stop ruining video games. But I think the truth is that what the real future is going to be is a lot more venture capital and angel capital. And I think that, like, obviously, like, $160 million. A few smaller risks, yeah. That way, maybe the people that are, actually, like, they have been falling and now they are falling. Because now, experts on, like, the way a flag would move in the wind have a propensity to just keep getting bigger. Like, is doing well, Nintendo's doing well. 5 million Power Worlds. Yeah, like, just playing a game. That's literally it. People just want to play a good game how to do in school. That was amazing. Wait, is it cool? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. I fundamentally believe, and I know this might sound crazy, I fundamentally believe that a lot of these developers don't actually understand what gamers want. Like, the UI isn't as good. I'm not even super interested in this game, but this...
God damn it, I don't even think this is the right video.
That, like, a lot of the AI and Unreal 5 and, like, advanced... Are you dollars of resources? I'm optimistic. The feeling of, they're not getting their money's worth. Individual people, but...
Yeah, I don't think this is the right video.
Just for them. Think about it, like 150 people versus like 1,000 people. Like, this isn't a binary. There are a lot of games that...
Damn, this is the wrong video, y'all. Hold on. This is the wrong video. Which video was it? Was it this? Extortion.
So what I mean by that is that, you know, there are these consultancy companies who think that they have a more objective opinion. Don't improve anything. All they do is this is awful. This like doesn't represent me. This is insult.
The game is good after exorbitantly.
And like, let's be honest, like, these people probably did not have like girlfriends growing up.
Oh, this is it. This is it right here. This is it. Okay, hold on.
Reasons, but I think that's another reason is to be compliant and subservient.
Okay, here we go.
Like, real strong, like, you know, girlfriends is their things based off of like what companies do that is that.
So I can help you out.
Okay, here we go.
It's a fucking grift.
It is, yeah. It's like, basically, we're going to create a problem that you have to pay us to solve. Exactly. Why do companies do that, though? The reason why companies do that is that... So, I think that there's a lot of reasons. I think the reason why the people at the top do it, like the decision makers do it, is probably because it's just like, they don't want to have to deal with the problems, and a lot of their viewpoints on media and journalism are, like, really antiquated. So, like, they're looking at things based off of, like, what worked in 2005. So, like, they're basically operating, like, 20 years in the past. So that's one really big problem. Then you have another problem is that a lot of the people that work on these games are, like, nerds. And they don't really have I don't think they have a lot of social skills. So
pay attention to what he just said. A lot of the people that work on these games are nerds and they don't have a lot of social skills. Guys, we have to have a conversation. We got to be realistic about this. When you're spending a lot of time in the house playing video games, you're spending less time around people developing your social skills. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as he says what he says.
The way that a lot of nerds and like geeky people do, like the way that a lot of these guys, their strategy for being able to attract female attention is by being subservient. Like, that's what they do. Like, so, like, that's how they, like, how can you please women? Well, you can please women by doing what they tell you. So, and these are people probably that, like, didn't have a lot of, like, you know, girlfriends in high school. They probably have, like, low sense of self-esteem. So, like, whenever they have, like, all these girls that are saying, like, oh, you're, like, sexist or racist or something like that, I think a lot of times it's these guys see this and they don't want to be painted that way because it makes them feel insecure.
How do you think these activist women got into the industry? Because I told you, I've been saying this since I had a YouTube channel. The video game industry is made up of a bunch of fucking beta males. They have no backbone. They don't know how to be assertive. And they, quite frankly, a lot of them don't have a lot of social skills. So when you get these guys who get promotions, when you think about what gaming used to be, it used to just be a bunch of nerds who got together, who was really passionate about making video games, and they made some of the best games to ever fucking live. Then video games went mainstream. All of a sudden, everybody looking around like, holy shit, did y'all see Electronic Arts just brought in $1 billion with FIFA? Nigga, they printing out the same football game every year and bringing in $1 billion. EA is printing money. Activision is printing money. They print money. We want in on it. And then the activist was like, well, how can we continue to spread our message? Video games. And so they come in, and what the nerds should have done was, in the interviews, they should have said, you know what? I like you, pretty girl, qualified, but I don't think you're really a gamer like that. I don't really think you're really into video games like that. But that's not what they did, was it? What they actually did was, they was like, man, we got girls that want to be gamers now. Let them on in. Nigga saw a female in that fucking job interview and was like,
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Hey, he seen one female interview for that fucking, what is it? A set designer job. One female.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Couldn't handle himself.
And they don't have any sort of like real strong like conviction to this either. So like it's easy to take advantage of them and emotionally manipulate them. And I think that's another reason why it happens. You see what I'm saying? It's emotional blackmail. Yes, it is. And they're pushovers. They are. And they're very easy to take advantage of because these are like people that were like nerds in high school and they don't have like the same sense of like self-worth. And so what they do is they see this happen and their idea of making these people happy is to be compliant and subservient and obedient.
This is why I come on camera and I make sure that I try to look my best. I also try to encourage guys to look their best, to feel, because, you know, I'm a big Deion Sanders fan, and Deion Sanders says, look good, feel good, play good, get paid good. And if you can implement that in yourself, you can give yourself a little bit more confidence. My guy, you make 6 figures making video games. Stun on these hoes, man. Tell her no. Tell her no. But again, like you said, a lot of these guys are coming from high school. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really have a whole lot of friends like that. They don't really have the social skills. So when a woman, and by the way, I know we don't want to get all red pill. But if you ever seen Fresh and Fit, the women prove it every single time because they've been approached by men since some of them at the age of 15. They know how to manipulate. They know how to run game. And you talking about the nerds in the water with a bunch of sharks, and the women came into the industry and ate you niggas alive, and now you can't even fart the wrong way in the gaming industry without getting canceled. It's nasty work. It's nasty work. Let me let them finish.
That's the way that they appeal to people. Like the bitch situation with Sylvanas. Exactly. Yes, there it is. It's because devs are not players anymore. Well, there's a lot of things, right? Like this is like numbers 1 and 2 out of like 50. Like that's like, there's like a bunch of reasons, but I think that's another reason too. Is that like,
I mean, Gamergate 1 was about that, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, because I wasn't around on Gamergate 1. Didn't Gamergate 1 start because a dude was dating a journalist who was getting her back beat in by somebody who was basically, I mean, she was giving up the cheeks for good reviews, right? Good game reviews. So she was doing something. He called it out. They called him sexist or something like that, and he ended up deleting himself. Something along that line. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? Adam Ledgeway said, I'm white and I get my style from Birdman, Stunner Man. Holy shit. What you know about that, Adam? He said he get man from the Birdman himself. So that's what he had to say. So,
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.